Hi everyone, a quick video for the Paddy Power meeting of 2020 at Cheltenham. And I have a couple of horses that I've backed myself. Now that doesn't mean anyone watching the video should be backing them as well. They're just my fancies. They're in very tough races where you could fancy just about every horse in the field. So please only back mine if you want to. I'm just a golf caddy, not a pro gambler by any stretch, although I try very hard to make a profit. The flat season was poor. I made a profit on the selections and I made a loss with 5 bets that I put up. They all contracted and odds and all ran poorly. Anyway, we've always done well in the National Hunt, a profit in all 3 seasons, and hopefully I can keep that going. So no real bets and selections on this video today. It's very early in the season, but I have placed 2 bets myself for this weekend, and I'll get on to both horses in a minute. So my first, it's a great meeting. There's a lot of good horses run here. Whether there'll be a lot of festival winners, I'm not really sure. I think a lot of them will come out of Ireland, but we will get a few, and there are a lot of exciting races to look forward to. The first of those today were Easy's Land and Tiger Roll taking each other on in a rematch, and perhaps with better ground Tiger Roll can get a bit closer to Easy's Land, even giving him £4, but it's just a race to watch. The prices are poor on both horses, and not really a race that you'd be getting involved in betting wise. There's a good novice chase today. My pick would be Mossy Fen, but the odds are tight, and it's very difficult to say what you should back in that sort of race. So a race sort of to leave alone, really. Tomorrow, I'm having an absolute stab in the dark in the Paddy Power Gold Cup, because the horse, I mean, I don't think it's too bad a term to use on him. He's dogged it a few times, and when he should have won. He's had a wind up in the summer, and I think hopefully that's helped him. Now he's the bottom weight. He's off 10 stone 2. Sky Pirate tomorrow, and he has really dogged it a couple of times. He's either put in a bad jump when he looks like he's going to win, or he's not gone through his effort and just sort of running behind the horse. And he's against good animals tomorrow, but he's 16-1. He's been either a share bought into him, or he's bought him outright. One of the big owners in the yard, Mr. Cheltenham, he's bought him, and he's put a lot of money into Jonzo's yard, and I think Jonzo would love to give him a big winner. And at 16-1, if he put it all in, this is a good horse, and he's getting upwards of £25 off some of these horses. So, you know, if he puts it all in at 16-1 with 5 places, I've backed him myself. Whether you want to go in on him, because I mean, every horse is a danger in here, but there are some absolutely brilliant horses in the race. ASOS finished second in a Ryanair. Master Fisher's tipped for the Ryanair by many people this season. Simply the Bets won at the festival last season, and you just go on and on. All Dancer's got a good chance. So following me in, it should only be done if you fancy the horse yourself, because to be honest, like I said, he could come with a wealth warning, this horse, because he's dogged it many times, and he's cost me money a few times as well. But this ground should be fine. He's got a low weight. His stable's just down the road from Cheltenham. And Johnny Burke's a good jockey. I mean, well, maybe we could have taken the £7 off with the boy Brogan. But for me, he's got a great chance, and he's 16-1. I've had a few quid, and like I say, if you fancy the horse yourself, maybe have a few pound on him as well. But we're not talking big money here. The rest of the races on Saturday are all competitive and tough and tight betting heats. It's interesting to see how the Skelton horse gets on in the bumper. She was very impressive last time out. But it's hard to know what she's beaten, and she'll be a short price. On Sunday, I'm very excited to watch the Slur Chase to see how Riders on the Storm does. He was a bet for me last season in the Ryanair, and he looked a great bet after a couple of his wins, and I wish he hadn't gone to Ascot, but he did. But he jumped poorly at the festival, and it's the second time he's gone to the festival and he's fallen, and he's not jumped well at Cheltenham. So I'm hoping to see a good round of jumping from him. I mean, if he runs to his form at Aintree and Ascot, he could win this. But he's jumped poorly at Cheltenham twice. Maybe the undulations don't suit him. I don't know. But it'd be interesting to watch him on Sunday. He's not going to be carrying my money, but I'm really interested to see how he does. The other horse that's going to be carrying my money, now I have to say, like, I have talked to one of my friends who's a right tipster, and like he pointed this horse out to me. And the more I look at it, the more I think this horse has got a good chance as well, because David Pipe and the Pipe Yard in general lay horses out for this meeting in November. And Thinking is in the Greatwood Hurdle at 16-1 off 10 stone 4. Now, he's only run in 2 small races in France, and I could be just reading things into it, but I'm wondering why they've taken this horse into a really big field handicap. Is it because he's really well handicapped and this is where they want to go? Because this is a big money race. I think I'll pay to find out, to be honest, at 16-1. I think he's got a good chance. The other two that I quickly looked at in this race were Tegerick for Jonjo and Cormier for Brian Elson. But I think at 16-1, this Thinking could be could be a gamble. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of good horses in this as well, and Alan Kingsyard's flying. Edward Stone will get his ground, and he was running on in the Supreme, and he's no mug, and Alan King's won it the last 2 years, but he's the favourite, and I just want to be with a bigger priced horse, and with 10 stone 4, Tom Scudamore on board, Thinking's the one for me. So it should be an enjoyable meeting. I may do some anti-post videos for Cheltenham, although the niche in the market is gone. Everybody is doing videos twice a week now. There's podcasts up on Sundays after racing over the weekends and that. And the value really is getting thinned out very, very quickly, because there's a lot of shrewd people on YouTube and on podcasts putting up very, very good horses. And I used to put a video up on a Monday talking about the horses that had ran over the weekend or over the week. And we were very successful doing that, but now the value's gone before I can even get the video up on a Monday. So we will look for Cheltenham value, festival value, but like one of the bets that I looked at was Benny Dejew for the Mayor's Hurdle. Now they're talking about her going over fences. I've seen interviews saying that she doesn't recover well from chase races, but obviously Willie Mullins will just target the easiest race he can find for any of his horses, and it could be that the Mayor's Chase is the easiest race for Benny Dejew. I wouldn't expect to see her very often, but if they think they can win that easier than taking on Honeysuckle, Concertista and Dame de Company in the Mayor's Hurdle, that's what they'll do. You can rest assured that if the Stayers Hurdle looks weak, that's where she'll go. It will all depend, and a lot of these horses, it's like people are talking about Ronan McAnally when the Jam Man, but Gordon Elliott had a horse last season, Chosen Mate, who ran in a handicap when he could have quite easily been in the Arkle, and the same with Sam Roy now. He could have quite easily been in the Supreme, but they wanted to win a handicap because it got the mark, and like no one says anything about these trainers doing it, but when a small trainer like McNally does it, everyone's on his back. But everyone should be on the back of Mullins and Elliott, but they're not, because it's a shrewd training performance when Elliott and Mullins does it, but when McNally does it, he's a crook. I don't understand that. He's not. He got his horse handicapped just the same as Mullins and Elliott did, and they're shrewd for doing it. I think he's done fantastic, to be honest, and I like to see the small trainers doing well. So anyway, the two horses that I'm interested in for my own bets, whether you follow them in is up to yourself, is Sky Pirate in the Paddy Power at 16-1 and Thinking in the Greatwood Hurdle at 16-1. So hope you all have a great weekend. Hope you back some winners. Thanks for watching. I'll be back to you soon. Bye for now.